Welcome to lesson 9. This video is just about absorption and the POC flip, point of control flip. These are concepts on the footprint as entry triggers that you can use, or you can pair it with the DOM with the absorption, like to see the history of the absorption based off the DOM. It's like the DOM, but it's just showing the history. First of all, what is absorption on the footprint? Absorption on the footprint, first of all, you need to know what absorption is, right? Absorption happens when retail traders buy heavily at key level, for example, and then they expect a breakout, but institutions use those buy orders to sell into, so now they're trapping those retail traders, and price quickly reverses against them and then traps them. So if you want to use absorption on a footprint, the best way is first to mark out your key level, right, from your volume profile for however you want to find your level. And then let's say your level is up here, right? Then you want to see how price approaches to your level, and then you want to see the delta versus the candle. So in this example, the down closures are red, the up closures are black. Look, up closure there, down closure there, down closure there, down closure there. And on this chart, it highlights in red at the top the unfinished auctions, and in black the unfinished auctions. Obviously you would want a finished auction here, so that was a mistake on the screenshot, but let's say this is a finished auction. A finished auction would be, for example, 0x15. You would want it to say 0x101, right? But look, it's a down closure, and look, it's positive delta. This is the delta totals here, so it's showing delta of this one candle, 56 positive delta. And then look, it's a down closure. This is showing absorption. For bearish absorption in this instance, you would want the candle to be bearish. Okay, the way you spot absorption, right, the step plan, right, of spotting a bearish absorption is when the candle is bearish but the delta is positive. That means buyers are more aggressive, and yet the price still fails. So that this is showing that the retail traders are stuck on the wrong side, while institutions quietly take the opposite side to build their positions. Then this becomes positive delta. This is a down closure, and then it dumps. That's all absorption on the footprint is, really. It's just down closure at your key level. You want a finished auction. This is an unfinished auction, so you know what to not look for, but you would want this to be a finished auction. Then you would want this to be bullish delta for shorts. Obviously, if you want to look for longs, you would want it to be an up closure with negative delta, and then price going up with a finished auction. And this is like an easy way of saying finished and unfinished auctions. You'll always want to enter on a finished auction, because if there's an unfinished auction, price is likely to go and sweep that high of that unfinished auction to make it a finished auction. Now, what is POC, point of control flip, on the footprint, right? All the POC flip is when the price level, which is, where the most traded volume is, which is the point of control, moves to the other side of the chart, showing that the control has shifted between buyers to sellers. So look, it's up here, the POC, and then look, it goes down. So now it's shifting downwards, like that. That's all POC flip is when literally in the name, when POC is flipping from bullish to bearish, and that's how it can help you identify that the trend is changing at your level. Here's an example on motive wave. You can see here that this is the POC. It's at this is a bullish candle, and the POC is at the bottom, and then look, it shifts to the top, and then look what happens. POC flips, delta so flips as well. It goes from bearish to positive delta, and it goes up, and it goes back up, and it continues to go up until look, POC flips. Now looks a bearish candle, and POC is like that, and then it drops. That is all absorption and POC flip is. It's just a very short video because they're very simple concepts. They're more easier to read than I would say the DOM, because the DOM can move very fast, and the footprint, the numbers don't really change because it's like a history of it. In the comments, I'll leave the notion for this, and subscribe if you guys want more videos like this, and let me know if you guys have any other questions on Discord or on my server.